Hello, Enchantress Oracle with you. And a few people have asked me, how do you read cards? And it's very simple and very easy because the information usually comes from up there. And sometimes you might pick up a deck that might actually have some information already on it, which is quite a lot, are very self-explanatory and easy. And the pictures are simple to use. You got other cards that are just really, really easy. Symbolically easy. Is that such a word? Symbolically? I can't even say it. The symbolism is really simple. So yeah, find your words that suit you because they will speak a different language. The cards that you usually resonate to will have something about them that is for you, in particularly for you. It's not for someone else. I thought I'd done a reading on this or a recording on this, but I can't find it. So anyway, I apologize if you've already seen this type of information from me. Okay. Now, when you you're first starting out with a deck and you really don't know what to choose, and there's so many out there to choose from these days, you can get them anywhere. You can get them online, shops, you know how to get cards now. What I would suggest to you is you go with a deck that really feels nice to you. The first ones you want would be more simplistic, okay? Now, when I say simplistic, it's like, I'll show you some of the difference. You've got so many to choose from. It's like, okay, these ones, for instance, The Magic Nature of Spirit cards by Belinda Payton. And the way I read cards is they jump out at me. Okay, I don't have to sit there and go through and lay them in particular order to find out information. That doesn't work for me. Might work for you, might be fantastic, might be exactly what you need to get you started. Because I used to do that sort of stuff, and I used to do the past, the present, and the future. Put it that way, so it's past, present, future. And that was all right for a really simple read and something that, it gets you started, basically. And then, of course, you got your Celtic Cross, and then you got that many different other readings that you can do, which is all great and fine if you've got the time to sit there and read all about it and work it all out for yourself and know exactly what cards, what and where and how and why and all the rest of it. Whereas if you're doing just something, you want a quick, what's coming up? And it's got here soulmate and very soon. So that's like, how simple and quick is that? It's like the love you want is coming. You don't have to worry about it. And it's got no, and it's reversed. So that means that you've probably met someone or you've passed someone somewhere, and you're asking, is it that person? This card is saying no, it's not. So don't stress. See, that's what I mean by simplistic. But you can actually go further into these cards, and you'll see this one says very soon, and it's talking about here, okay, something you have wished for is coming to you now. We're just going to go on the soulmate thing just because it's simpler, easier, simpler, same thing, yeah. You have been waiting for ages and your patience is about to pay off. Now, if you actually look into that, you've got the sun at the back here, yeah? So it means like the dawn is coming, the sunset, the happiness is there. It's almost there. You're just here. Here's your yellow brick road. We all know the story, the yellow brick road. You got to go and meet your people and all your different things and have your different experiences so that when you do meet your soulmates, you can say, yeah, I've done that. Yeah, oh, we've already done that. Oh, yeah, well, now let's go try something different and go and have different experiences together and have experiences together instead of those solo ones or with other people or however it goes for you. Okay, that's what this card is saying to me. It's a case of, see here, there's all this greenery here. It's a change in seasons. And see how this is winter? It looks like winter. To you, it might look like spring. To me, it looks like winter. So it's a changing of the seasons as well. You got all your autumn colors, summer colors, spring, all that sort of stuff. So it is what you see within the card. I hope that makes sense to you. You can get cards that have got lots of books, lots of information, and you must do it this way and that way. That's fine if that's what you need and if that's what you like. If that suits you, do it. If that doesn't suit you, don't do it. You've got to read the cards for you, okay? Because every single reading that you do for everyone else is going to have some sort of aspect. There's going to be an element within that that is going to reflect into your life. Now, I'm not saying everything is going to be a reflection. It might just be a reflection of you've already passed that test, you've done that task, you know how that goes. But you're reading for someone else who is up to that certain stage of their experience in their life, because you're reading for them. If you're reading for someone else, it is about them. There's only a tiny little element that is about you, okay? If you're finding that every single reading you are doing is about you and you're really feeling like, that's about me, that's about you having to stop, take a step back, and sort your shit out. Can't get any simpler than that. And the cards will tell you whether, and the thing is, you've got to set aside what you want to hear. Because if you're reading for someone else, okay, and for yourself, okay, either way it goes, there's certain things that people want to hear, and then what the cards have to say. And they can be very different. And a lot of people don't like that. Oh, love. It's like, it's coming. Don't stress. Relax. It's all coming. It's happening. And it's got, have fun. Go out there, enjoy yourself. Well, you know what I mean by go out there and enjoy yourself. Just do what you got to do at the moment. The time is concentrating on you. This is about having fun. Maybe you're joining online groups and you're meeting new people. Who knows? Maybe you still are at work out there in the supermarket or nursing or doctoring or sweeping the floor somewhere or, it's like wherever you are, you just might be meeting new people and you can still have a laugh. It's like, enjoy. And this is endings. So there's an aspect of your life that is finished and over and done with and complete. And when you look at this card, this is a really good example, actually. This card's got a lot of symbology, simply because you see here, you've got the dragonfly. And it's like, what does the dragonfly symbolize to you? What does the dragonfly symbolize to the person you are reading for? Okay, they can be two different things or something else altogether. So you've got to feel what's coming through up there, okay? As in the divine, bringing the information down to you. And you've got to be careful that your head doesn't sort of play in. And that's when I find it very difficult. I myself find it very difficult to read for friends, because I know X and X and X and X amount about them. And then the cards and the information will say, well, no. They could go, I'm going away. I'm going to this country. I'm doing this, that, and the other. And cards turn around and say, no, you're going to break a foot. Or we have a broken leg. So it's not happening. Cards could turn around and say, no, you're shifting house. And they're like, nah, I'm renovating, I'm doing this. And then all of a sudden something happens and, the house is for sale and they've moved. And it's like, but what you will see is that information will come across to you as the renovation of the house, movement in the house. Okay? So you got to really, the less you know about a person, the easier it is to read for them. That's personally what I've found, and a lot of readers that I know do have that same opinion as well. There's abundance. See, this is what I mean by cards for me just jump. Okay, you could be the type of person who does need to lay them out, and for you to do that, that's fine. You do what you have to do, not what other people do, not what someone else tells you to do. You do what is right for you, for your readings. Okay, so you can get the information, and you've got to get a buzz out of it too. If you're not excited about doing the reading, don't do it. And it's like, if you're getting tired and you're getting exhausted and you're getting drained, don't do it. Stop. You really got to put your boundaries up. You can't keep going. This is not the type of, if you're having this as a business, or want to help other people or whatever it is, reading, energy work, healing, all that sort of stuff, you cannot run yourself into the ground. You really have to have strong boundaries of, no, this is enough, I've got to take my time out and I've got to do my thing. And if you don't do that, then you're just going to mess up all your readings, and you're going to mess up all your healings. You're going to be dragging yourself around, and you're going to be dragging other people down, because they're not going to want to come back to that. I'll tell you now. So have your time out. Do what you got to do. It's really, really important. What else can I tell you about readings? When you're choosing your cards, you ask your question too. You can just say, oh, universe, what's coming? How best do I do blah, blah, blah? And it will give you the information. You can ask the cards or spirit above, to speak through the cards to you. What's a simple question? I know you're saying, when's quarantine going to be over? Let's see, what do we got here? It says spirit and learning. Brain, see that, and the family tree. And see, this is pregnancy too. Growth, see, family tree of life. And then we have spirit. Spirit has some important information for you, so take the time to listen. The more you do, the stronger your connection will become, and the clearer your guidance. So ask a question. If you want to know, do I start a new business? Or do I apply for this particular job? Okay, this is saying yes. This one is saying yes. Do you see how I got that? Do you see where that information come? And it says here, look, with this being true, I'm seeing there's 2 offers. Or there's 2 interviews, there's 2 steps, it's a 2-step program, whatever that means to you, okay? Makes no sense to me, it'll make something sense to you. So you can ask the question, and if you get too many cards, they just come at you all over the place, and it's just full on, too much, or too overwhelmed, pick them all up. And just say, Spirit, no, look, I need it clear and I need it simple, okay? Like a friend of mine says, make it crayon. Not crayon, she ain't interested. Oh, alarm's going off, sorry, darling. And even the cards will tell you what you need to do. So maybe you want to do a reading for a particular person, but it's just not the time. You can feel the vibe, and it's just like, oh, no. Whether it's from them, they're not ready for certain information, whether it's stuff that's going to come through that they're not going to be able to deal with. You don't know this. So don't take it upon yourself to force a reading or a healing or anything like that, because you just can't do that. Someone's not ready to hear the particular words, they're not going to listen, and it's just going to be a waste of your time, waste of their time. And if it is with a friend, it can end the friendship. So don't even bother going there, girlfriend. It's like, no, don't. There's maintenance of the cards. I'm sure I did this. Made a video on this. I keep certain cards will like to be kept in the box, and how you handle the cards. I prefer to handle my cards when I get a set that's new. I'm the only one who usually touches it. That could be for about 12 months. Depends. If they're for doing public readings, then I buy them with that intention, and the cards know this. If I buy them for my private use, it'll take about 12 months before I'll bring them out into the public for people to actually shuffle. What else? I don't let people bang the cards. Some people bang really heavy-handed, and it's like, no, I won't allow that. If I've got a client who's just shuffling and nothing's in, they're talking and nothing's coming out, I will ask them to give me the cards, and I will do a quick shuffle, and cards will go flying, and as you've seen, you know how it goes. Other ways you can do it, a lot of people split the deck, and, like their card sharks and casino style and everything. If that suits you, do it. If it doesn't, don't. If that's your thing, if your card's like that. I don't like that because I just feel like, oh, no, I can't do that to my cards. It's like, you imagine that going through your fingernails is what I'm thinking, and it's just like creeps me out. I can't do it. So, and it's like with a normal deck of cards, yeah, fine, no worries. But not with these, darlings. No. You can read normal cards as well. You can read just about anything. You can read everything. This morning I was reading in the shower. There was, how the splashes of water go everywhere. And I was like, oh, there's a heap of little animals over there. I was like, cool. You can read your tea leaves, your coffee leaves, your coffee, dregs, all the rings around, bits and pieces around inside the cup, the saucers, the stars get read all the time, people's injuries, all that sort of stuff. So many different things that you can read. There might be patterns in the sand. You might be able to look at the ocean and all of a sudden you're looking at, and all of a sudden you see different stuff, and it's like all this information is just coming at you. How you read is how you read, and what you see is what you see. Maybe you don't see anything. Maybe you just feel it. Maybe you only see it and you don't feel it. Maybe you just hear words. Maybe you get told what to say. Sometimes that can happen with me, and it's just full on, and there's no stopping those words, and it's like it's really angry. And if the person's not listening, the volume sort of goes up, and the words have to come out. And it's like, and once that's all out, it's like I can go back to normal again. And for years, I never had that person who I could say, this is what's happening to me. It was just a case of I read the cards and I read the cards, and that's how I read them. And it was like, that was cool. That was the way I did it. And you'll learn yourself what is right for you and what's not. So do take your time with it. Get yourself just 1 or 2 to start with. I wouldn't say any more than 3 if you're a beginner, because it's just going to be, whoa, overwhelmed. Just get to know your cards. It can take 12 months, 2 years, 5, 10 years to really be comfortable with your cards. Some people believe that you have to be given cards to read cards. That might have been all right way back in the day, but you can get them online now. You can get them anywhere. You don't have to be gifted all your cards, and go and choose what you want now. Kerry Colkins was the first one in Australia who opened the cards up in Australia back in the 60s, I think it was, 60s, 70s, around then. Before that, you couldn't get tarot cards in Australia. Doreen Virtue, then I think it was around the years, or was it 90, end of the 90s. She brought out all different types of decks. I think the early 2000s or something, or 90s. And different types of decks, and then all of a sudden the stigma went away from tarot cards, and they became oracle cards and angel cards, and then they had little pretty unicorns on them and rainbows and stuff. I was like, oh, so pretty. Instead of, the death coming to get you, and all the swords and the blood, and it's like, yeah, so they sort of went through a bit of a change and upgrade, and made it all lovely and nice. And in the meantime, I mean, you've got people like Lucy Cavendish. It's one of my favourites. You got Maxine Gadd. You got, just like I said before, look, Belinda Payton. There's Stacey DeMarco. There's so many different readers out there. I'm sorry if forgive me. The Aboriginal Dreaming. There's Sharina Starr. I'm just looking around the room for some. There's just so many different types. Then, of course, you've got your runes. And you've got many different types of runes. There's the Egyptian runes. Oops, can you see? So, there's many different types. Oh, there's all sorts. I haven't got them sitting right here. When you get the book with the cards, sometimes you can read it and go through. Other times, just look at the cards and see what the cards have to say to you. You can probably get more information by just looking at the cards and seeing what they say to you, rather than following the instructions in the booklet. Okay? Overall, just have fun. God, it's about enjoying yourself with these things. Play, have fun, laugh at yourself, enjoy them. And, yeah, And when you're doing readings for other people, enjoy that too. Okay. Love you all. Gente Historical. Ciao.